Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your favorite six light skin from Android Head now, Afro wearing host Tani. Yeah, I don't know why that intro is just so jarring to do for me, but like it just is. Anywho, yeah, welcome to the new segment of the pod. It's a new segment. I'd call it new bonus episode segment, whatever you guys want to call it. I think I'm gonna call it bonus episode because when I'm uploading it, I always make sure to tag it as a bonus episode. So it's not like part of the main, bi-weekly episodes, like a bonus episode you get every other week as well. Anyway, welcome to the new one. As you can see from the title, we're calling this one Deep Cuts. And essentially, what it is going to be is just me like nerding out and like geeking out on some very niche music topics. Like this is gonna get progressively more and more niche as the deep cuts go on. But I feel like this is a bit more it's a bit more what's it called, a bit more effort, a bit more structured parts. Like it's a bit more structured thing to be doing than just rambling and just incoherently rambling for 10 minutes every other week. So instead now you're getting 10 minutes of like actual like music talk, like proper deep music talk. Yeah, that's what I call it. Proper deep music talk about like just some random ass niche topics that I do not know if would make sense. But like I shall know one thing that's gonna be more coherent, gonna be more, put together and everything. So yeah, let's stop let me stop beating around the bush. Let's get right into it. One thing that tickles my brain is when like some little part of a song gets noticed by like general public. So literally just this week here, I found out that people are like really, really, really loving, or people really loved the quote unquote evil part of stir fry. So after right before yeah, right before takeoff's verse, the hook when Quavo was going in the kitchen was treated like stir fry. If you listen closely to the production, if you listen closely to the beats right before take the hook right before takeoff's verse, there's a part that's going like in some evil like Mojo Jojo type of vibe, some evil grungy vibe. I don't know. Is it an 808 or is it like it's not a bass line. Yeah, definitely an 808 pattern. No, it's not an 808 either, but like should I just you know it when you hear it. Listen closely to that part of the song. The hook right before Takeoff's verse. That's the last verse on the song. The hook right before that part. That part was part dubbing evil part of Steph Right. And I can't lie, yep. It always just tickles my brain whenever people notice stuff like that. Because I've noticed it too. I just never really thought it was a big deal. But like I've always noticed that like especially when you listen to music with like headphones, you pick up in a lot of like subliminal sounds. Like the bass, like you may not notice a sound, you may not notice the bass line on a song unless you're wearing headphones, unless you're wearing AirPods at like a really, really, really good volume. Unless you're wearing those, like you won't notice the bass line or the little layers behind something. That's why sometimes when I'm listening to music, I prefer like even when I'm in my room, sometimes that's why, like in my room now, my room when I'm in my room, yeah, I actually prefer to like listen on my laptop, playing big speaker, play out into the room. But sometimes, I want to like hear the song, feel all the different layers, because they put time, all these little details. The producer puts time into putting them in. So like listening to them, appreciating them as part of as part of the song itself too, is important for like your listening experience. Because like all these things add to the listening experience. So yeah, that evil part on Starfire is one of them. I'd have thought of some more and like jotted them down, but like that's the only one that comes to mind right now. But yeah, that's the bass line on some songs that you may not even know had bass lines if the bass line is not like if the bass is not like the prominent instrument, it's like a background instrument. And so that's another thing I love about like the instrument, the bass guitar as an instrument. It's so chill, so mellow, but it's in the background. but it does its thing. Like as someone who listens to a lot of music, as someone who's become more appreciative of music, yeah, I would say definitely that, yeah, it's track definitely sound a track that has a distinct bass line. Maybe not like as distinct like it's the main instrument, but like if it's in the background, but like you know it's there. Like a track that has a track that has a bass line will always sound different without it. Like it will always sound different. That's like think think Billie Jean without the bass line. That's a completely different song. Like that's a completely different song. So yeah, the bass is just I love I really appreciate that instrument so much. And then also, but like one thing though, when you're working with like live productions I do in church, and like there's a bassist that plays live in church. So when you're working with bassists live, they always want to hear themselves over instruments. And you got to realize that sometimes the bass is the beauty of the bass is that it's not meant to be heard, but without it, you will know you like it's not meant to be heard up front and out loud. But like if it's not that its presence is felt, because if its absence, its presence is felt by the fact that its absence is noticeable. Like a track, we hear like yeah, its absence is very noticeable, but its presence is not necessarily felt. Like you guys get you try to get what I'm trying to say. Anywho, the whole topic is yeah, little parts of songs that many people don't notice, but like little key details in the beat of a song that people start noticing. Like this just tickles my brain whenever like someone other than me notices like a little part of like a production or like a song, even a lyrics if that one too is there too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Next on the agenda, I saw this somewhere. Yeah, I saw this question on TikTok the other day. So y'all know Tiny Desk, right? Tiny Desk concerts. It's like where artists come in do a live production of their songs, a live chilled mellow damp um, performance of their songs. Like you have a live band, it's just you, a live band, and the mic, and you gotta just make it work. There's been some great Tiny Desks. You have Mac Miller's Tiny Desk, iconic. Tyler's Tiny Desk, also iconic. One of my favorites Tiny Desk, Ed Sheeran's one was good too. Um, Daniel Caesar's done some Tiny Desk too. Has has what's her name? Has she done one? Has Kalishi's done Tiny Desk? I'll check, but I don't know. So just today, if I haven't watched, I watched Burna Boy. I've watched Burna Boy and Coffee's Tiny Desk. I don't know how I didn't watch them since, but like I just watched those two Tiny Desk. Ashake's Tiny Desk was wonderful. I will not even lie. Like the moment it came out, I listened to it, and like I instantly was like, this one the absolute best Tiny Desk that I've heard in my life. And one person that I think needs to do another tiny desk because Jerry done one. Dana Caesar has done two tiny desks. I need Freddie Gibbs to do another tiny desk. His first tiny desk was with Madlib. I need him to do one with The Alchemist, and they need to go through songs from Alfredo too, particularly. Like that album is I love the album so much. I don't know if I mentioned it for on like podcast or whatever. I love the album so much. That song, the song, the track list is wonderful. There are a lot of gems, Gold Feet, Ensalada, Sharing La, 1995. There are so many good songs on that album. I need to hear them perform live because, like, The Alchemist is one of those producers that his product, like, not many people know what to do with an Alchemist production. Yeah, you know that what's it called? You know that so was it that quote from think back a couple years ago when XYZ artists get into their introspective bag and makes a collab album with the Alchemist. Yeah, that was Freddie Gibbs on Alfredo 1 and 2. And definitely he was in his introspective bag with those two albums, kind of like. But yeah, I need to hear Ensalada, I need to hear Sharing La, I need to hear 1995 perform live with an on internet perform live in a tiny desk. So yeah, if Freddie, if you're listening, probably not. But if you ever do listen to this, please, I need you to like call up the Alchemist, tell them, yo, we need to hop on tiny desk again, and need to perform like so many songs from I need to perform those three songs. Like I don't mind anything else. Just from those three songs for me, and like I'll be okay. I'll genuinely be okay. Can't lie. But the main reason why I brought up Tiny Desk was I saw a TikTok like, can Drake do a Tiny Desk? Now initially my first thought was Drake Tiny Desk. You don't got songs for that. But like it just took me about 5 seconds of thinking and also looking through the comments to realize that yeah, Drake Tiny Desk, if he ever does do it, it's probably going to be like 2 hours. It has to be like 2 hours long because there are too many songs that Drake has that would be perfect for a Tiny Desk. Now the only thing now one thing about Tiny Desk is one thing as the person that in the TikTok said, Tiny Desk is about if you have the funk or not. You can't fake the funk. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. And your China is gonna flop. So the only thing that Drake is like, can his voice hold up? Because like the song that I have here that I'm gonna like run through to see if he can do. Like there are a lot of these Drake singing tracks. You know me and the light skin. I always say I prefer Drake singing to Drake rapping. But like the songs that I hear, I don't know if Drake like because there's no auto tune in Tiny Desks. There's nothing like that. So I wonder if Drake's gonna be able, like Drake's voice is gonna be able to hold up. Like if he tries to perform something like Feel No Ways now, like or Madiba Rhythm, would his voice be able to do that? Huh? Would his voice do that? But yeah, like Feel No Ways, Madiba Rhythm, two songs that would be nice to hear. Passion Fruit is one that I definitely feel like would be perfect. Again, would his voice hold up? But passion fruits in a live band setting, a live, you'd have a live pianist playing that nice melody. You'd have someone doing the drums and everything. So I feel like it would work. It would passion fruits definitely would work for a tiny desk. Slam you out with scissor. That's another one that could potentially work. Like any Drake R&B or singing song, I put in this list because like I feel like that's more the vibe of a tiny desk that would work in tiny desk. So a slime you out could work. I don't no, no, maybe not would work. Um, Stories about my brother. And this is the first rap song that I would think of. Like, yeah, it's a mellow rap song. So like this, along with all the other timestamps, 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Sorry about that. My mic literally died. But yeah, I'll say 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Most of the timestamps would definitely work for this vibe. I say most because some of them are not necessarily as mellow as 8 a.m. in Charlotte. But yeah, 8 a.m. in Charlotte is one of the main ones I also put here too. If you want to go for a more rap vibe, then you have Bahamas Promises. Like for all the dogs needs to definitely like something off for all the dogs needs to be represented here. Because that album is literally like I feel like that album, majority of the songs there are pills for tiny days. Like I said, like to slam me out, like I said, Story of My Brother was on the Scary House version of All the Dogs. Then Bahamas Promises as well from there. So yeah, For All the Dogs definitely has to be represented somehow. Hell yeah, Aiden and Charlotte to For the Dogs has to represent it somehow. And Marvin's Room is one that I definitely think again will Drake's voice hold up. I feel he could because like from his concerts, his voice is not that bad without auto tune. But like again, it's a concert, and again, I've never actually been to a Drake concert. Anybody willing to help me change that? Show of hands. No, right. Yeah, Marvin's Room, nice mellow vibe. Feel like it would be nice for a tiny desk. You have Chicago freestyle. If he does this, I need to give you on there with him. Like most of these ones that I'm saying here that have features. If he actually does go through with like doing them, if at all they appear in Tiny Desk, I need those features to be there as well, or at least like I don't even care if he picks one song with a feature. That feature needs to be there. I don't care. You can't do Marvin's Room and then not have Giveon or someone with a strong voice performing that. Like I don't know. I would want Giveon there. And then Giveon too has done his own tiny desk. I don't know if it would be like I don't know if he'd come back again, but because he's done his own tiny desk already. But yeah, if yeah, Chicago Freestyle is another one that definitely would work for tiny desk. I feel like this one will work. I think that's all I've said so far. Passion Fruit and this one would work the best. Then Jungle, my personal favorite Drake song. Jungle, I don't know if it's the vibe. It's more R&B. Except it's just an R&B song that I slapped here because I feel like most of Drake's R&B catalog would work on Tiny Desk because, like, well, it's mellow, it's nice, it should realistically work because R&B artists have a default. R&B indie artists, pop maybe, but R&B and indie artists instantly already have a one advantage to anybody else on Tiny Desk because their songs are like low key literally made for live performances and like a live band and stuff. So yeah, like literally indie artists, like especially indie artists, like when Faye Webster did hers, um, that was good too. When Girl in Red did hers too, it was nice. So yeah, indie artists definitely have a the even the Marias too when they did theirs. Yeah, they definitely have like an advantage over the rest of the field because of how many instruments are like present in theirs. A little bit of a sidetrack. Channel pilots would be nice to see in a tiny desk. Just bring Josh's drum, like literally just be Josh and Tyler. Just bring Josh's drums, Tyler's keyboard and guitar, and they are sets. Like they are sets, proper sets. Back to Drake. Not you two, definitely. Not you two, definitely is another one that I think would work. Him and Chris Brown on that track would work so well. The vocalist could be there. Like this is another one that I feel like if Chris necessarily doesn't come, I feel like another vocalist could definitely do the job and still do it pretty well. Yeah, I feel like another vocalist could definitely do the job pretty well if Chris Brown decides to like not show up or Drake can't get Chris Brown. I feel like another vocalist can do the job. But yeah, not you too. Pretty much actually a lot from Dark Lane demo tapes would make this. Yeah, like I already said, Chicago Freestyle, not you too. When to say when as well. Yeah, a lot from Darkling demo tapes would definitely, make the list. I could definitely be strong contenders or would definitely suit a tiny desk properly. Then which one for just, something something fun? Which one would be something fun? Because Drake ain't really shouting and which one is like a mellow Drake performance, the beats doing the carrying. But like I feel like some of them ones where you can't do live instruments. You have to do something like what Clips did and have like a DJ come in and play the track, and then maybe add like some. Now, I feel like which one definitely you can't do anything like live instruments on which one, but then that's why the performers they could potentially do something with which one. Um, Over my dead body would definitely work. Like I feel like it would definitely sound nice. Fountains with Thames would be good too. Thames could come on it as a previous feature as well. Yeah, massive. Maybe the only one. Massive, maybe the only one from honestly, never mind. But yeah, massive would be nice to hear in the desk as well too. Champagne poetry, like some of his rap song, like his conscious rap song, where like the genre of Drake music where he's just no chorus, just straight bars, that would work. Like a no chorus mellow Drake song, like a champagne poetry now, an ADM in Charlotte, yeah, those that would definitely work. I feel like that would work too. And then some songs from the collab album party, some sexy songs for you. That would definitely be something that would be nice for Tiny Desk too as well. Into deep and too deep would be nice too as well. The first part though, that second verse, I don't know how well it will work in Tiny Desk. From time I need Jenny in the studio or in the Tiny Desk studio with Drake, if at all. Um, from time would ever come out. Then hold on, we're going home again. Need Magic Jordan there as well. One dance would work. One dance and controller too. Yeah. From views, one dance controller definitely feel like those would work. Non-stop from Scorpions and that one. I feel like if you want to go a rap vibe again, live instruments may not necessarily be worked for no for a track like non-stop, but it would still be nice to hear there. Then get it together. Get it together. If he can get Black Coffee to come in there with him, it would be nice. Like it genuinely would be nice. It genuinely would be nice. If you can get Black Coffee, if you get Joya Smith, it would be good. It would definitely be a nice little song there. Can't lie. Oh shit, I almost forgot. Twist and Turn. That OVO collab with Popcorn and Party Next Door. Twist and Turn would be another one that would work. And yeah, it will work very well because of how the live instruments are in the track. I feel like it would work very, very, very well. So yeah, it's another one that definitely could work. Definitely never could should work. Yeah. Twist and Turn definitely should work as well. So yeah. Um Portland, the track and I was not that shouting there. Portland, the track with the Quavo and Trav could work, but again, live instruments may be an issue. The motion, same issue, live instruments may not be there. Make them pay off Iceman. Another nice song. Slap the City. If he does slap the city, I need Condressa in the studio. I'm just need Condressa in the studio because like I've been vibing to Condressa a lot more now. Like I knew her before Drake featured her on the is it Habib to Me the Honor? But yeah, I knew her before Drake featured her on the album. So like if Drake is to perform that track, I would love to hear Condressa there as well. But yeah, those are off the top of my head. I decided to not write all these songs down and like I'm reading from a list. But yeah, off the top of my head, those are the songs that I'd say would be considered for a tiny desk. And like if we were to do a tiny desk, like if Drake actually did tiny desk, I feel like Drake has like different genres for different tiny desks. It might have, but like Drake is an artist that has different genres in his own right. Like he's an artist that has so many different genres by himself. Like he's multi-genre. He does a lot. He has music for everybody. So like I feel like if Drake is to do tiny desk, he have to do one of those like you do multiple. He's either going to be a 2 hour set or he's gonna do multiple tiny desks because kind of like he has a lot to he has a lot of different genres, different styles that I don't think will mesh together in the one tiny desk. But like if he does multiple, he's able to truly appreciate some of the other songs. But my personal dream lineup for a tiny desk for a Drake tiny desk would be Passion, like in no order, like not in any order, but Passion Fruit for sure. Passion Fruits, Chicago Freestyle, um, Over My Dead Body. I feel like they could find a way to get the instruments for Over My Dead Body there. Um, let's say, what other one would you do? Controller, yeah. What was that again? Passion Fruit, Chicago Freestyle, Passion Fruit, Chicago Freestyle, um, Over My Dead Body, Controller, one dance. Yeah, one dance would be nice as well too. But I feel like they could definitely do something live with one dance. Um, those four, and then hold on, we're going home. Yeah, hold on, we're gonna add the fifth one. That is definitely the fifth one. So yeah, that's my five. Oh shit, I forgot Madiba Rhythm. I forgot Madiba Rhythm. I can't lie. Yeah, usually tiny desk are like 4 songs, 4 to 5 songs long. I'm not listening to a 5 song, but like usually 4 songs. Kind of like I'm gonna make an exception for Drake. I feel like they would make an exception for Drake. Probably not, but like I'm imagining things. But now let me stick to 4 songs. So 4 songs, Passion Fruit for sure is a lock. Like that's not like that has to be performed. Passion Fruit for sure. Um, Passion Fruits, not you too. Not you too definitely can be performed very well. Like I feel like it would work so well in a tiny desk. Madiba Rhythm for the pure vibes and the fact that it's because like the instruments can be played with it very well. Like it would work so well. And honestly, I usually say controller, yeah, but I'm thinking my clothes like get it together with Georgia Smith and Black Coffee. Yeah, I think Get It Together will be the last song because like again, I'm prioritizing songs that can actually like that the instrumental can be recreated in a live band or like in a live studio setting. I'm thinking of. So yeah, Get It Together is the last one. So yeah, Passion Fruit, Madiba Rhythm, Not You Too, and Get It Together. That would be my Drake lineup for a tiny desk. It's like again, like I said, I love when Drake sings Banana raps, but even here too, we have some Drake rapping too. Because like in Madiba Rhythm, he's sing rapping like melodic rap in a way. Passion Fruit is also him singing more than rapping. Not You Too is again more singing and rapping, but it's still like Drake still. And then Get It Together is pretty much it's pretty much a Georgia Smith song, and just Drake has some ad libs in it. But yeah, that's my dream lineup for Drake's Tiny Desk. If at all he ever decides to hop on a plane and do that. And yeah, that's the end of the first ever deep cut. It's pretty. This one is longer than I wanted it to be. I don't know. I wanted it to be like around the same length as the app sessions, like a little bit longer. So maybe aiming for like 15 minutes. This is definitely longer than 15 minutes. But yeah. Apologies for the length. But this is the new segment. Hope you guys liked it. Catch y'all next week for an episode. Take care. Keep it 100 and peace.